Some of the dogs that you've been associated with, and I'm going to list some of the dogs here, are Canebriar Keynote, who was an all-the-way son and a Best in Show winner.
He was yes, he was the ultimate show dog. He really was. Oh, he loved it. He was he would look the judge right in the eyes and say, "Here I am. You can't find anything better than me," you know. And he loved the show ring. And he took a number of, I can't even remember how many group firsts he took. He only took the one Best in Show, but he was always up there in consideration for Best in Show, which was nice too.
And that would have been during the Collies in the working group, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was the
Rather
working
than
group.
before the herding group.
I can't really remember now how many, but it may have been more than 20 or 30 that he actually won the working group. But it was placed.
Huge group.
Yeah, they were huge groups. And but he loved the attention. He loved the show ring. And when it got to when he was getting older, and I decided to retire him, that he was not a happy camper. I took my husband and said, "Can't you just take him along?" So I tried it once or twice just to take him along. Didn't do it. He knew the difference. We got to the show, he was happy. When he saw that he wasn't getting all the attention, he used to turn his back to me.
That's
so much for you.
Disdain. I know it well. Well, tell us about his brother, Canebriar.
Countdown. Okay. Countdown I sold to a lady in Northern California first. And she, in the beginning, would write to me, let me know how he was doing, because I used to always keep in touch with the puppies. Show of pet didn't make any difference. I kept in touch with the new owners. And then she was having marital troubles and so on. And a friend of mine, Cecilia Fowley, went up to one of the northern shows and saw the dog. And then somebody else from up there wrote to me and said he was not getting good care, and there was a problem there. So I said, "Cecilia, see what you can do." So Cecilia talked her out of the dog.
Oh.
And Cecilia brought him down, and now Cecilia had him, which was a good thing. And so she asked me to show him, so I did. And he was a very fine dog. He was similar in type to Kino, except he's a bigger dog, taller dog. He had a great rear. He wasn't as good in front as Chris, but he had a great rear end. And he did move quite well. Had a very nice headpiece. And he went reserve dog at the National, I think, under Dr. Earth. Yeah. And
that was in 1977.
I think I'm good for you. Yes.
I've cheated. It's written down here.
No, but that was a fun show, and Kino was at that show too, and that's when it was his turn in specials to come around. She kept him out there and kept him out there and kept him out there. And I thought I was going to, how long can you stand there like that? Later on that evening I said to her, because that's not who she put up, but she put up a very beautiful collie too, I can't even remember now. But she said, well, I knew it would, not probably one of his last CCRAs, and I want to make sure everybody got a good look at him. That was very sweet.
And that's, of course, before the Award of Merits and the selects and everything, and you just had the best of variety and the best offices, and that was it. Everybody else walked.
Everybody else left the ring saying, well, I didn't make it.
That was a lot of work.
That's okay.
Champion Canebriar Gambit, indeed, ROM. And he was another.
She was a beautiful bitch. And I sold her to Linda and Barbara Hash, who I had sold them another puppy some years before, and they did very well with him. I think they got him finished. I can't remember now. But they became kind of students. They used to stay over at the house, and helped me groom, and
they were kids then, I guess.
Huh?
They were kids when
they started with 15 and 16 at the time. I think by the time they got Bria, they were around 17 or 18. But, I know at the time they said, "Why are you giving her to?" Because Alice was interested in that particular puppy too, Alice Wharton. And she was Alice Wharton, you know. But I really felt I owed the girl to let her have that big bitch. And she was a beautiful puppy, and she grew up to be a beautiful dog. And I have to tell you, I'm very happy I did sell her, because I don't think I would have pushed her the way they did. Because even after she finished her championship, they took her out, on groups with her. You know,
and she did well at the CCA.
Yes, she went best opposite sex. Mm-hmm. And there's a funny story about that. When the girls came back, or when they called me from there, they were happy with the best opposite, but she really should have gone best breed. And I said, "How dare you? You little snot, for God's sakes. People breed for years and years and don't get that kind of a thrill." And it would have been okay, but I was so sure of myself. But a year or two later, Lois Hillman was the one who was judging. She said to me, "I have to tell you, I made a mistake." She said, "I had decided already that I was putting the bitch breed, and I sent her over to the side, and then I had these two males I had to go between, back and forth. And when I finally made up my mind between the two, I said, it's variety to what was I going to do? I say, oh, wait a minute, come back, I didn't mean it." She said, "But she was supposed to go best of breed."
Oh.
And I've gotten letters from a number of people, one of them Jim Mangles, saying he was at the show and she should have had breed. So I guess, but that was the way it goes. And I think they were very lucky that she got best opposite. So, but she was a lovely bitch.
And she finished her ROM.
She what?
She was an ROM, so she must have produced very well
she
too,
did.
Which is wonderful. So tell us about champion Canebriar Holbrook Halloo.
Oh, that was my first champion. We got her from the Holbrooks. And
Bill and Jidge.
Huh?
Bill and
Jidge, yeah. And they called her Nike because I guess she was the last one and she flew out or something like that. Anyway, she was like a rocket. And I thought she was wonderful. She was the kind of dog, and her personality, she lived to try to kill somebody for me. She was definitely my dog, and she was very protective of me. And Pete said he never bothered, never worried when Jenny and I went out if we had Holly with us, because she would take care of us, She wasn't a vicious dog or anything, but boy, don't come near my people, She was also so much the boss of the yard. We had one of our dogs who liked to chew on the wood of the posts and so on. And Holly didn't have to chase after him or snarl at him. She'd just give him a look. And the dog, you could see him looking at her and then stopping it, like that. She ruled the roost over there, she really did. And she was she was a great bitch. She took a few best of varieties herself. Mm-hmm. One person who loved her was one of the judges, Reason, I think her name.
Oh, Lee Reason.
Huh?
Lee Reason?
Lee Reason. Mm-hmm. And a few years ago, he was asked to do an article for one of the magazines on the greatest collie he ever, or the greatest dog. I'm sorry, it wasn't collie, it was the greatest dog. And he came out and said I got the article someplace, it was champion Canebriar Holbrook Halloo.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Isn't that great? Yeah. It's nice that somebody liked her that well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And she was, her father was?
Reflection.
Yeah.
Champion Parade Reflection. Reflection. And her mother came down from the Kawani line, which went back to Borco, which is an old line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Bridie.
Bridie, my heart. She was a Winston daughter. I'm going to stop my tears going again. She was a Winston daughter, and she was just a very special dog. Everybody who saw her loved her. It was just, that was her nature, and she loved everyone she saw. And when she got older, her spot was right by the couch, and it was funny, after she passed, the other dogs would lie any place else. Nobody ever went into her spot.
Oh.
It's like they knew that's Bridie's
That's
spot.
amazing.
And she was also a very special dog.
Well, and you mentioned to me, we were talking on the phone the other day, that you said that you thought maybe when Bridie died you would get out of Collies.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't.
No, I'm glad I didn't too, but
that's
yeah,
a special
she was very special. And
Do you
she was
remember,
the kids all
I don't
over.
have her name. Do you have her name? Do you
Huh?
remember her name? Her name?
Primarily, because she was,
Oh, okay. Okay.
she was a Winston
Sure.
daughter.
Absolutely.
My granddaughter was a baby when she was around, and when they bring her, they lived in Santa Barbara, and they'd drive down. They came out of the car. They'd bring her in. She'd be testy, you know. I mean, it'd be a long trip for a baby. And the minute she'd spot the dog, the tears would stop and the smile would start.
Oh.
So, that was a good relationship there too.
Absolutely.